Well, we're going to need some good weather for that, but that's a way in the future,
A little
Zane.
bit,
We
yep.
need to talk about our weather tonight and tomorrow. A little wet.
Yeah, we got a little bit of wet weather. We got some stormy weather. We've got some hot weather here coming up in the next few days. Todd, outside tonight, quiet look actually right now from our sky cam in downtown Des Moines. Looking off to the west-northwest, you can see a little bit of the last rays of sunlight peeking out underneath some clouds. Here's what we're doing the next few days. Tomorrow, we're still going to have probably a few showers left in the morning, and then we'll go to sunshine in the afternoon. Tuesday's a hot one, around 90 degrees for the actual temperature. Heat index will probably creep up near 100 degrees for maybe an hour or two in a lot of spots during the afternoon of Tuesday. Wednesday might be similar in terms of heat and humidity, but then our focus towards the later afternoon and the evening is going to turn towards a chance of some stronger thunderstorms here coming as we head towards the middle of the week. On Wednesday, currently a few days out, we have the equivalent of what's a level 2 of 5 risk of severe weather here basically across the whole state of Iowa, and then there's that level 3 orange zone that goes up into northeastern portions of the state and then kind of more so up into southeastern Minnesota and western Wisconsin, all tied to a front that'll cross Iowa from west to east the later half of Wednesday. So that's our kind of a couple of days out, 3 days out, what we're looking ahead to. Here's your temperatures and your humidity over the next few days. So the top numbers, the kind of golder colored numbers, those are your heat index values, peak ones expected here. So you see Tuesday and Wednesday really pop out with those triple digit readings for afternoon heat index, and then we drop them back to more manageable numbers as we head towards Thursday and Friday of this week. Outside right now, we're kind of a lull in the action in terms of rainfall. Notice not much happening across the bulk of the state, but our next batch of some showers, as mentioned earlier, and a few thunderstorms is now crossing out of Missouri. So we'll see a few more of those continue to move northward as we head through the rest of tonight. We are missing out on the severe weather that's up in western North Dakota right now. Some gusts above 80 miles per hour recently with a strong line of thunderstorms moving through that state. That's tied to a bigger weather system, which is eventually going to bring us our chance of strong storms here about 3 days from now. So in the meantime, let's just go through the rest of tonight here. A few more of those scattered showers, a few rumbles of thunder drift south to north across the state overnight into tomorrow morning. By the time we head past sunrise tomorrow, what's left of the rainfall will probably be in eastern Iowa and then shifting off to the north and the east. Notice the clouds follow too as we head through about lunchtime into the afternoon. So tomorrow back to sunshine once we get past the morning. A little bit hotter too, upper 80s, but not as hot as Tuesday will be. Tomorrow night and Tuesday night, both nights there's a chance of some storms that come eastward off of the plains states from Nebraska and the Dakotas, and those will try to move into Iowa. Monday nights, I think they kind of fizzle in the western part of the state, and then as we head towards Tuesday, that's when it'll just kind of be hot, steamy. Notice there's no clouds to really blot out in the sun or anything like that. That's the day that'll definitely be hot. And then Tuesday night, one of those complexes of thunderstorms, this is coming out of Nebraska. I think this one has a little better shot Tuesday night to cross Iowa with a little bit of rainfall, perhaps a gust of wind, but not severe weather per se. That'll take us into Wednesday. So Wednesday, a windy day, southwest gusts during the day, some 30, 35 mile per hour gusts. Notice we still have a decent amount of sunshine, and then you can kind of make out where our boundary is here coming into western Iowa towards the afternoon, and that's what we'll watch to see for severe storms to fire up during the end of the afternoon and then into the evening, moving from kind of northwest to southeast. Few details still need to be worked out. Not all pieces of data point to actual storms forming on this part of the line. They're much more likely to form up to our north, so we still got to work out some details of the forecast, but worth watching. So then once we push that out of here, there's still going to be some storms possible Thursday, although the severe weather threat pushes east. Then we'll be drier and less humid as we head from later Thursday into Friday.